Pranam Swamiji. So today we have yet another interesting topic for discussion, and the topic is about desires in life. And we have wonderful quotations by Swami Vivekananda. So long as there is desire or want, it is a sure sign that there is imperfection. A perfect, free being cannot have any desire. Similarly, in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, we have this quotation by Sri Ramakrishna as a man get rid of all desires when he has perfect knowledge. He becomes like a child 5 years old. Sages like Dattatreya and Jadbharata had the nature of a child. So this brings us to another interesting topic about desires, and the scriptures tells us that we have to become desireless so as to reach the highest goal of human life. Then only we will be beyond three gunas, sattva, raja, tama. This is about the theoretical or the scriptural aspect of desires. But while dealing in our day-to-day life, we have to choose desires. Some are good, some are bad. Sometimes we are tempted by desires. Sometimes we are not able to choose which is right, which is wrong. At times we have to choose desires which are good. So, which is better, which is best. So, we do not have clear cut understanding as how we can get rid of desires, how we can reduce our desires, and we have less clarity on this. So, more desire, more agitation of mind, this basic principle we do know. So, please guide us, Swamiji, on this wonderful topic. Choose your desires wisely.
Okay, choose your desire wisely. When there is a desire itself is a dangerous. It is not good. First, you have to understand the need and desire. People have to live, so they need something. For example, now in a quarantine days in the COVID, all people all are in a confined to the room or house. So they need the internet to entertain them and to learn good things also. So purchase a smartphone. After few days, he has he wanted to purchase a latest version. So he purchased it. So this is happening, a small one incident I told you. It is happening to everybody's life every moment. More higher version, more beautiful. So this higher version, when I need it, it is a natural desire to have it higher version. So need and greed. The moment you want for the higher version, that turns to greed. Necessity is essential for living. Desire is not that necessity. Need will always be important in the life, but desire is not that. Food, shelter, health, clothing, these are need. But when we greed, that means desires for more, that is for the comfort of the body. So in the desires, in a hidden way, there is a greed. People are under this charmed They think I'll desire more, and they want to accumulate it, all those things. Whatever they want, their capacity is there. If there is no capacity, they take the wrong path. So every time and every moment we are running, choosing everything by our desires. So need and desires. The person who understood the need and he should understood the desires. Desire is a part of greed. It is a greed. Desire is nothing but a greed. Everything in the life, it is our choice. What type of desires, what you want to have, it is your choice. So they say life is nothing but a totality of conscious choices that you continuously make. So our life is continuous choice of desires. So many desires coming in the mind, I can choose it. All are continuous choices every moment put together and decide your life. That is also another aspect. Every actions, every thought directed by your choice of desires. We constantly believe that we have given unfair results. That means the desires is shaping your mind in day-to-day life. We forget about the need. We choosing desires. Choosing, now the question is desire is right or wrong. At the beginning, when desires is a product of the greed, so most of the desires are dangerous, take us to the make our life hell. Desire is a part of the greed, apart from the need. So if you take in a very still looser meaning, they say you can take wrong desires or right desires. But desire itself is totally is not fair. It is the part of the greed. Greed means destruction of the life. Greed means you totally give in your life in pursuit of something, and greed is persuading him. Greed is haunting you. So greed, that means you are doing mistakes. You are doing mistakes because of the greed. You are taking blindly. So anyhow, if you come in the larger, little lighter sense, desires right and wrong. This desire, that means you want to reduce your greed. That sense we can say it is right and wrong. You reduce your greed. So desire should be right. For examples, why man become thief, dacoit? Because he chooses his desires to do the all illegal, unfair means. It equates it desires, that is also part of desires. That is wrong desires, we can say. The person who is misuses senses, I years. Choose his teachers. How can he choose his teachers rightly? He must choose the teachers wrongly. That wrongly means that is destruction of the life. That will harm your life. In that sense, the persons you have desire to have a bad company. Result will be everything no. You can imagine how can you expect that good living. So the bad company, you choose the bad company. So you choose his desires not rightly, wrongly. If you take this kind of examples, most of the time we are choosing our desires wrongly. Very few cases are there rightly. That means a person has become a holy man. He chooses desires to become a holy man. That is a right decision, right. He has taken, chooses the right thing. A person is a good man. He choice his desire is a right direction. So this way they can say, you can say a person's become thief, dacoit, killer as per his wrong desires. A person's become noble as per his right desires. There is a standard acid test, the which is right and wrong measurement stick. But desire, wrong desires, most of the people we are taking because desire always turn to greed. So this is the cause of sufferings, cause of destruction of a life. So choosing desires rightly, that is good to hear. But unless you have aware of the difference between need and greed, it is very difficult to choose your desires rightly. Because when you cross the border of the need, that become a desires in a greed. So there is a, you can say they choose desires lightly means greed. 10% greed is there, 90% greed is not there. So it is, you can say, right. The 10% will be there, bearable. And every taste and everything you will find that the taste you will find that +5 and +10% permissible. In a blood test, you will find that this is permissible, ±5, 10. Similarly, if you divide 10% desires, choose to desires greed is permissible. 90% is not permissible, so we called it wrong. And desires, you are choosing your desires to make your destiny. Even as you are now, what kind of reaction will come? How will behave? That is also result of choosing desires. So if you take the desires, choose your desires rightly, then naturally you have a good qualities, good human beings, good behavior. So choosing right desires, first you have to aware of your need and greed. Then I think to some extent we can choose our desires. Actually, our life is product of we are choosing our desire. So that is a dangerous line. We are unaware of that. We indiscriminately choosing the desires. And people become immoral, moral, dacoits, a good person, bad person, that will come. And there is, so I think choose desire rightly, persons can have if you have a strong sense, strong understanding, need and greed, then it is possible. Otherwise, I think it is not very difficult, because desire is prompted by the greed. As per your greed, your desire is, and choose the desire. That is the way they are going. So everything in your life is a choice you make. Choice means choose the desires, everything in the life. So this is 3-4 point I explain how to choose desires rightly.
Yes. So thank you, Swamiji. There was one lecture of yours on desire and goal of life. So, for benefit of viewers, could you tell one or two points how desires and goal of life, how to relate, so that we can choose our desires wisely? Good. Thank
See,
you.
everybody, see, goal of life, desires, your desires will be set as per your set of goal. You are choosing by desires your goal. I want to have a car. Then come to the life. What kind of life you want to lead? That is also choosing your desires. But if you have a goal, what is the goal of human life? That it is in mind. So you choose your desires similarly. That ultimately goal of human life, if you think, it comes the not ultimately immediate goal. I want to become a IAS officer. So you desire, you choose your desire. Then I want to be big officers. Your goal is there. You choose your desire like that, and you. But the moment you come to the highest goal of human life, you have a strong desire for that. So you behave, you act, your thought will be different from these others who are achieving the material goal. Desires for the material goal, desires for the spiritual higher goal. So that is the difference. If you one way, you can say desires for the higher goal, yes, higher goal, desires, that is that way. But you are, if you very subtlety is that, you are inflating your greed. Then you can say, how can be IAS officer? But truth is that you have the capacity, you earn it, but you reach it. But your mind is that full of greed. How? I have to get the more than IAS officer and a secretary level. So greed is behind that. You crosses the need and greed. So natural to some extent, greed is there, that effect will be there, even though you are not so much immoral. But when you are coming to the higher goal, there you are not have a greed, you have a need to live or realization of the higher goal. Here, no greed is there. Greed is there, means the highest goal I want to reach it. No greed is there too, I will get peace of the mind, that's all. Here, become IAS officer, executive, then this and that, the desires prompted you to do it, and greed is there. So that is the relation between desires and goal. And when material goal is there, so desires for the material things is give you pain, pleasure, while the desires for the immaterial goal, spiritual goal give you only peace. You see that angle, the relation between the higher goal, lower goal, and desires.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Swamiji. Anyone having any question, please ask. Yes, Akhil.
Yes, Pranam Maharaj. As you have explained in respect of goal of life, it is a bit clear, Maharaj. But even then, can you still more elaborate on how to discriminate between need and greed? What will be the criteria for discriminating while choosing our desires?
See, as I gave in the examples, need means basic needs. Those who are leading a high life, they focus on their only need: cloth, food, and some shelter. They don't want more than that. Other people, they only food, some chairs food. Why this only rice and curry? I have to costly food. So it becomes great. Then house, this is the house I got it. No, I have the 4 houses in 4 places. That is great. Shelter, cloth, even in the cloth, there is called decorum is there of though, but they don't bother. They just to cloth is take care, minimum, where they happy with that. So that is totally depend on your mental status. How much you attached to the higher goal, how much you are attached to the lower goal. That way, you want to possess. So the moment you are very much attached to the higher goal, greed will be less automatically. So you will not bother for comparing with others. Arey, what they have, usko to hai, mera nahi hai. That will not disturb you. That means you are not under the purview, under the influence of the greed. Better greed is now reducing. Earlier it was there, but after coming to the spiritual father practice, this kind of feeling coming that greed is less. Essential things, yes, I have a duty, I have to do it, but not to comfort the body and just to show others, I have this, that I am superior to you, having so many possessions, so many things. That kind of feeling, comparison will not be there. They are happy with that minimum. See, the higher person people, higher goal, those person who has a higher goal, they are happy with the minimum. If they get it, okay, it is coming. He is not greed for that. It is coming because of the karma, because of his the karma and his efforts. It is coming, but there is no sense of the greed. That without this I cannot live. Greed is such. ठीक है, मिले तो मिले, नहीं तो नहीं, ठीक है. There are all contentment is there. So this way you have to measure that what is need and what is greed. Greed means most of the cases, by this is a truth, they have no contentment in the life. We want more, more, more. Whatever they have, they are not happy with that, and they want more and more. But people, those are happy, they are in the need and they have a spiritual blended, and their goal is higher, very, very higher. I think this way you can discriminate, you can think, and you can examine yourself. Okay.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you very much. One more small question is coming in my mind, Maharaj. While choosing desires, so how thought pattern plays a role in this process? Means the more we work on purity of thoughts will help us in choosing better.
If thought is not pure, how can you choose the right thing? Pure thought must be there. The thought is a great important factor choosing the desires. Who choose? Your thought will choose. These are the options. Two houses is there. So thought is which one I will need. They have no money, but some thought come from the greed thoughts. I will take money loan from that and purchase and show others that I have this kind of house. Another small house is there. It is not so restricted, but so deluxe. Somebody has taken this. So thought important is there to choosing to choose your desires. Thought is behind choosing and choosing. Choose. Who will choose? Your thought will choose. So thought must be purified, good thoughts, then your desire will be good. We can take, you can choose desires rightly. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you.